Dear learners, hello and welcome to Sodh Gyan classes. Today we will discuss about some one-liner questions of teaching of English. Also, we will discuss some pedagogical aspects of teaching of English. So, let's start. The first question is, who invented bilingual method? The answer is Professor C.J. Dodson. Next question is, what are the skills of language learning? The answer is listening, speaking, reading and writing, which we also called it LSRW, listening, speaking, reading and writing. The next question is, which skills are known as the productive skills of language learning? And the answer is speaking and writing. Next, what is called the soul of language? And the answer is grammar. Grammar is the soul of language. Next question is, science of sound is known as? Answer is phonetics. Next question is, study of sound in language is known as? The answer is phonology. Phonology. Phonology is the study of sound in language. Next question is, who developed direct method? And the answer is Berlitz. Berlitz developed direct method. Next, who invented new method? And the answer is Dr. Michael West. And this method is also known as Dr. West method or reading method. Next question is, grammar translation method is also known as? The answer is classical method. Grammar translation method is also known as classical method. Next question is, who defined educational objectives as the desired goal or outcome at which instruction is aimed? The answer is Dr. B.S. Bloom. Next, fourfold objectives of language teaching is? First one, semantic, which is related to understanding. Second is phonetic, which deals with sound, spelling and pronunciation. Third one is graphic, which is related to writing. And fourth one is phonetic cum graphic, which deals with reading. These four are fourfold objectives of language teaching, which semantic, phonetic, graphic and phonetic cum graphic, these are the fourfold objectives. Next question is, learning by doing leads to? Answer is activity. Means learning by doing leads to activity. Next question is, language is? What is language? Answer is speech. Next question, writing is? Fill in the blanks. Representation of speech. The answer is graphical representation. Writing is graphical representation of speech. Next question, vocabulary is a? Fill in the blanks of language. The answer is component. Vocabulary is a component of language. Next, some material ads. The question from some material ads. Question is, audio ads are? Answer is gramophone, linguaphone, tape recorder, radio, etc. Next question, some visual ads are? Answer is textbook, blackboard, flashcard, chart, epidiascope, etc. These are some visual ads. And the next one is audio visual ad. Audio visual ads are? Answer is television, film, etc. Next, what are the general aims of teaching of prose and poetry? And the answers are, there are many general aims. Some I have written. First one is to enable students to understand the passage and grasp its meaning. Second one, to enable them to understand the passage by silent reading and to enrich their active and passive vocabularies. The next question is, right listening leads to right, answer is speaking. These are language skill, listening, after that speaking. So right listening leads to right speaking. The next question is, the only way to learn to spell correctly is to read carefully. The answer is carefully. If you know how to read carefully, then you can easily learn to spell it correctly. The next question is, name some language games. And the answers are word building game, word ladder game, one word game, word puzzle, etc. Next question, primary objective for assessment should be. The answer is understanding children's clarity and confusion about related concepts. Next question, language learning starts from. This question also related to language skills, which starts from listening. LSRW. The first one is listening. Next question is, linguistics is a study of. The answer is human language. Linguistics is a study of human language. Next question, dyslexia is associated mainly with difficulties in. The answer is reading. Dyslexia is associated mainly with difficulties in reading. Next question is, difficulties in writing is known as, and the answer is dysgraphia. Dysgraphia is difficulty in writing. The next question is, the purpose of rapid reading is, the answer is seeking information. Next, didactic poetry means. Poetry, answer is poetry which teaches. The poetry which gives us some lesson is known as didactic poetry. Next question is, poetry teaching is basically a process of joy. Answer is joy, enjoyment, rhyming, etc. Many more things. The next question is, structural approach gives more importance to. The answer is only speech. Structural approach is only restricted to speech. The answer is speech only. Next question, diagnostic tests are administered to. The answer is find out deficiencies of the students with a view to planning remedies. And after the diagnostic tests, there is some remedial teaching which we can say that remedial teaching after diagnostic test. Next question is, morpheme is the answer is smallest unit of meaning that cannot be broken up. The smallest unit of meaning that cannot be broken up is known as morpheme. Next question is, BICS stands for. The answer is basic interpersonal communicative skills. Next question is, what are the course objectives for English teaching? And the answer is to know the nature and characteristics of language and its use to enable the student teacher to understand required skills for mastering a language, to understand the evaluation and testing techniques for obtaining feedback. Next question is, switching over language in teaching and learning is known as? The answer is translanguaging. Translanguaging means switching over language in teaching and learning process. इसको समझने के लिए, आसानी के लिए हम समझ सकते हैं कि जब टीचिंग लर्निंग के प्रोसेस में, शिक्षण अधिगम के प्रोसेस में हम एक लैंग्वेज से दूसरे लैंग्वेज पर स्विच करते हैं तो उसको ट्रांसलैंग्वेजिंग बोलते हैं. जैसे अभी तक हम लोग इंग्लिश में बात कर रहे थे और अचानक किसी चीज़ को समझने के लिए यदि हमने लैंग्वेज चेंज कर दिया, अगर स्टूडेंट को उसकी मदर टंग में समझाने लग गए, उसको आसान भाषा में बताने लग गए, जिस लैंग्वेज को समझता है उसमें बताने लग गए और अपने लैंग्वेज को स्विच कर दिया, तो ये कहलाता है ट्रांसलैंग्वेजिंग. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, साइंस ऑफ टीचिंग चिल्ड्रन इज नोन एज? आंसर इज पेडागोजी. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, एक्ट ऑफ टीचिंग or imparting knowledge to students. The answer is instruction. Instruction is the act of teaching or imparting knowledge to student. The next question is, knowledge of more than one language by a person or community is known as? The answer is multilingualism. Multilingualism means if a person knows more than one languages, then he is multilinguistic. So answer is multilingualism. Next question is, the word language is derived from which word? The answer is Latin word lingue, which means produced with the tongue. Some spelling mistakes there. Latin word lingue, which means produced with the tongue. Next question is, who said language is a set of arbitrary vocal symbols by means of which a social group communicates? The answer is Block and Tragers. This statement is given by Block and Tragers. Next question is, the best time to learn a second language is in? Answer is early childhood. Early childhood is the best time to learn the second language. Means if we learn some foreign language or some other language other than our mother tongue, then it is best time that early childhood. Next question is, meta-linguistic awareness is? Answer is the ability to think and talk about language. Next question is, which language skills are receptive? The answer is listening and reading. Previously we have a question that in which the question was, which language skills are productive? Then the answer is speaking and writing. But when the question asks about receptive skills, then the answer is listening and reading. Language skills are listening, speaking, reading and writing. LSRW. These are the 4 language skill. हिंदी में जिसको हम कहते हैं भाषाई कौशल. ठीक है, भाषाई कौशल जो होता है सुनना, बोलना, लिखना, पढ़ना, लिखना. सुबोपली जिसको बोलते हैं हिंदी में, सुनना, बोलना, पढ़ना, लिखना, उसी को इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं LSRW. लिसनिंग, स्पीकिंग, रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग. तो जब क्वेश्चन में आपसे पूछे रिसेप्टिव स्किल्स के बारे में, तो रिसेप्टिव स्किल्स लिसनिंग और रीडिंग होती हैं, और प्रोडक्टिव स्किल्स यदि पूछे तो वो स्पीकिंग और राइटिंग होता है. होता क्या है कि लिसनिंग किसी भी स्टूडेंट को एक इनपुट दिया जाता है. मतलब यदि कोई छात्र सुनता है, पहले वो किसी चीज़ को सुनता है, यानी कि जब वो किसी चीज़ को सुन रहा है तो कोई उस चीज़ को बोल रहा होगा, तो जो बोल रहा है वो इनपुट दे रहा है, और जो सुन रहा है वो इनपुट ले रहा है। उसके बाद जिसने इनपुट लिया वो कुछ आउटपुट देगा। तो जो यदि कोई स्टूडेंट लिसन कर रहा है, सुन रहा है, तो उसका आउटपुट क्या होगा कि वह बोलने लगेगा। तो जब वह बोलने लगेगा उन चीज़ों को जो वो सुन रहा है, तो वो एक प्रोडक्शन हो जाएगा। तो इस स्पीकिंग जो है वो हो जाएगी प्रोडक्टिव स्किल। ऐसे ही जब स्टूडेंट कुछ पढ़ रहा है, रीड कर रहा है, सबसे पहले वो पढ़ना सीखेगा, रीड करना सीखेगा। जब वो रीड करना जान जाएगा तब वो राइट करना शुरू करेगा। तो रीडिंग उसके लिए एक इनपुट की तरह है और राइटिंग उसके लिए एक आउटपुट की तरह है। रीडिंग के द्वारा उसको इनपुट दिया गया और जब उसको इनपुट दिया जाएगा तो वो आउटपुट के रूप में राइटिंग शुरू कर देगा। इसीलिए स्पीकिंग और राइटिंग को प्रोडक्टिव स्किल कहा जाता है और लिसनिंग और रीडिंग को रिसेप्टिव स्किल कहा जाता है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज द स्टडी ऑफ लैंग्वेज फ्रॉम अ cognitive and development law is known as. The answer is psycholinguistics. Next question is CALP stands for. The answer is cognitive academic language proficiency. Next question is repeating what is heard is known as. Answer is drill method. In drill method, what we do is we repeat something what is heard. जैसे आसान भाषा में समझने के लिए हम कह सकते हैं कि जो कुछ भी सुना जा रहा है या जो कुछ भी हम सुन रहे हैं उसको रिपीट करना, उसको दोबारा बोलना, यही मेथड कहलाता है ड्रिल मेथड। ड्रिल मेथड का प्रयोग, इसको हम लोग एक तरीके से बोल सकते हैं कि जो छात्र विद्यालयों में एक तरीके से इसको बोल सकते हैं कि रट्टा मार प्रणाली है ये, है। ड्रिलिंग की जा रही है, उसके माइंड में कोई चीज़ ड्रिल करके डाली जा रही है। जैसे टेबल लर्न कराया जा रहा है कि 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6, ऐसा करके। तो वो पहले क्या करता है, उस बिना समझे उसको सिर्फ जो उसको सुनाई दे रहा है उसको वो रिपीट करने लगता है। अब बार बार जब वो रिपीट करता है तो वो चीज़ें उसके माइंड में ड्रिल कर जाती हैं। तो इस मेथड को ड्रिलिंग मेथड कहा जाता है। वो रिपीटिंग समथिंग व्हाट इज हर्ड, जो कुछ भी सुन रहा है उसको बार बार रिपीट करता है, तो ड्रिलिंग कहलाती है, ड्रिल मेथड होता है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज विच मेथड नेग्लेक्ट्स द रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग स्किल्स, एंड द आंसर इज डायरेक्ट मेथड। इन डायरेक्ट मेथड वी नेग्लेक्ट द रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग स्किल्स, we left it. So next question is a test which is administered at the end of a language course is called. The answer is achievement test. Next question, who adopted substitutional method? The answer is H.E. Palmer. H.E. Palmer or Palmer, which is in your option will be right answer. Substitutional method, Palmer. Next question, constructivistic approach to language learning promotes. The answer is child centered approach, बाल केंद्रित। Next question is journey from particular to generalization is, answer is inductive method. Next question is deductive method proceeds from generalization to स्पेसिफिकेशन। इसको हिंदी में और आपने मनोविज्ञान इत्यादि में पढ़ा होगा कि जब विशिष्ट से सामान्य की ओर जाते हैं, मतलब पर्टिकुलर टू जनरलाइजेशन जो है 52 क्वेश्चन नंबर 52 में जो लिखा हुआ है, जब विशिष्ट से सामान्य की ओर जाते हैं तो वो कौन सी विधि होती है, आगमन विधि। डिडक्टिव मेथड निगमन विधि में क्या होता है, सामान्य से विशिष्ट की ओर जाते हैं, वही ये क्वेश्चन है। तो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज द नेचुरल अप्रोच वॉज डेवलप्ड बाई, द आंसर इज स्टीफन क्रेशन। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कम्युनिटी लैंग्वेज लर्निंग वॉज डेवलप्ड बाई, द आंसर इज AC Curran. Next question is to raise the standard of education it is necessary, answer is to evaluate student continuously. Next question is teaching grammar is useful to improve, the answer is accuracy. Teaching grammar is useful for improvement in accuracy. So next question is The main purpose of assessment is, the answer is to improve the teaching learning process. Next question is a simple question, important question. RTE stands for, answer is Right to Education Act. Next question is, according to the language teaching experts, the early education of a child should be in, answer is the first language, or you can say that in the mother tongue or home language. These are some one liner questions. इसके अलावा आपने जो पेडागोजी के क्वेश्चंस पढ़े हुए हैं अन्य विषयों के लिए, उनके बारे में आपको पता ही होगा, पिछले 2 पेपर्स आप दे चुके होंगे. उन्हीं दोनों पेपर्स में जो भी पेडागोजी के अन्य क्वेश्चन आए हुए हैं उनसे संबंधित प्रश्नों को मैंने इसमें नहीं रखा है. तो उन प्रश्नों से आप परिचित होंगे और आसानी से उनको कर सकते हैं. ये कुछ नए क्वेश्चंस थे, कुछ टीचिंग ऑफ इंग्लिश से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन थे. बाकी ग्रामर के पोर्शन में आपको कोई इशू नहीं होगा, उसमें बहुत आसान से प्रश्न पूछे जाएंगे, उसको आप आसानी से कर सकते हैं. और मेरे हिसाब से ये कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस थे. सो ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू डियर लर्नर्स, एंड do like, share and subscribe Sodh Gyan classes for many more educational videos. Thank you.